What's good, Boxing World? BFV back in the building. Hit you with another 1-2, and this is actually be a 1-2. That being said, shout out to the team, G5 TV, VP Shane. As you've seen in the thumbnail, we got Danny the Miracle Man Jacobs going up against John the Gorilla Ryder. This is a good fight. I mean, we actually want to see what Jacob has left. He's been in some wars. He also has had some downtime here, so maybe, you know what I mean, he'll come back reinvigorated, because, again, he kind of let us down with his performance against Rosado, but Rosado helped with his own performance, so that wasn't the greatest fight from either guy. So we'll see what Jacobs has left. He's in with a real monster in John Ryder, a guy that's a hard guy to stop. So, you know, he has a few losses on his record, but he's not a guy that's getting smacked around the ring like that. So obviously this styles make fights. You got Jacob the boxer, you got the pressure fighter and Ryder coming forward. Obviously a very strong dude. You've seen the legs on this guy. So I mean, it's definitely not looking like you're going to chop this tree down very easy. So it's an interesting fight, man. If I really had to call this one, I do like Jacob's ability to box, but I mean, John Ryder's pressure is just kind of almost next level. Kind of reminds me of a Batervia, excuse me for mispronouncing that name. Y'all know how I do on the channel, terrible. But he kind of reminds me of that, maybe without the knockout power per se, but just a hard grinder. And like I said, just a guy that you can't kind of get rid of very easily. But maybe, like I said, we see some elite boxing from Jacobs, and he's able to do the job. We've also had some guys from America go over there and do well. We've had Crawford go over there, get a win. Tank even went over there, got a win. And that's just good judging, I guess, and just probably the elite boxer coming from our side of the planet going over there and doing work, so they recognize that. But big shout out to this fight, man, as I call it. I like Jacobs by decision. Second part of this video, we're going to talk about this heating up featherweight division. I think we have a possibility of unification somewhere down the line now that you have one of those big names that's actually a good name for the division, but kind of a hard name to get in there with and actually start talking unification, because he wasn't fighting that much. And that's Gary Russell Jr. So now that he's out the picture, I think we can make something happen, because right now we got a title eliminator coming up against a guy that I call the hidden gem. So you could tap into the archives for that video. And he's in an eliminator for the WBA. Now this situation against Gergogian, I hope I pronounced that right. I'm terrible, but Odebek's the guy that's on the right. So as you can see, I think he's the guy that they really looking for to take that next step. They fast-track these Eastern European guys, and he's a slick southpaw, as I spoke on in a prior video. So this should be a very interesting fight. It's definitely a step up for both guys when it comes to limelight, when it comes to, you know, eyes being on you. So the pressure is on for both gentlemen in this fight. I just believe Odebek's a slick southpaw, and he should be able to get the job done. Now, what route would he take after that? Will he be going after Lee Wood? He's a guy that's on a smaller promotion, so I'm sure they could get him to travel to take that sort of fight. Or would he get a look at one of the real champions of the division? I don't know, but I do like this fight. Again, I think it's a good move for Odebek. He's 9-0, probably about 8 knockouts right now. So he's a guy that could definitely be fast-tracked on that Loma sort of pace, because he actually does have skills. That being said, though, as far as the other guys in the division that are at the top, Kiko Martinez, he's a guy that got somebody looking over his shoulder in Alberto Lopez. He actually won an eliminator early December last year against Isaac Lowe. So Kiko already might have a guy lined up so he could defend his title. But on the flip side, you got the WBA champion in Leo Santa Cruz and Mark Mixayo at the WBC champion. They on the same same promotional side. So maybe they can get something cracking on unification, and one of the other guys can get sent over, like Emmanuel Navarrete. You know what I mean? He might get sent over by Bob and them to make something happen to really tighten this ship up. But again, it's just a very interesting division. You got some guys coming, like I said, coming up to challenge some of these champions and making waves. So I think it's one of the hottest divisions for 2022 to give us some exciting fights and give us some great fights to look forward to. I just like it though. I mean, we seen that steam coming on with the lightweight division from a few years ago, where they really picked it up and started having some big names, and you ended up with the four kings. So we got four kings in this 126 looking to do big things. You know what I mean? Kiko Martinez is the dark horse. If you look at all four of these champions, obviously he's a true vet. But he do got one hitter, so maybe he can make something happen against one of these guys. You never know. Anyway, man, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments section. Again, I appreciate the support. Shout out to everybody that tap in with us. Stay ready, L-Dub, Ashley's Corner, Kiki, the whole extended family, man. I do appreciate the support, and you know the work gonna keep coming, man. We here, we working. That's the mantra. So again, hit that like, subscribe, definitely drop a comment, and keep rocking with your boy.